You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Christopher Brantley. Jacqueline Matter is off tonight, and we do begin this evening with breaking news. U.S. airstrikes in Syria are over for the moment. Tonight, President Trump told the nation the joint military operation was conducted with French and British allies, addressing the American people at around 9 p.m., calling the airstrikes the beginning of a sustained effort to force Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to stop using banned chemical weapons. The strikes are retaliation for the suspected gas attack on civilians by the dictator. Let's go to ABC's Kenneth Moten from Washington.
Good evening. The Pentagon says that these were limited, brief, and heavy missile strikes in Syria with 3 targets, including chemical research and storage facilities.
Tonight, President Trump ordering a military strike on Syria. The president saying the targets of Tomahawk missiles, Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad's chemical weapons.
The purpose of our actions tonight is to establish a strong deterrent against the production, spread, and use of chemical weapons.
The military action comes in retaliation for the latest suspected chemical weapons attack on civilians by Assad. It's the second military strike on Syria in a little over a year. Just 3 days after the world saw similar images of a chemical attack, Tomahawk missiles pounded a Syrian airfield.
These are not the actions of a man. They are crimes of a monster instead.
Last week, Trump announced that he would soon be pulling troops out of Syria. That changed this weekend after video shows civilians, including women and children, suffocating from gas attacks. Tonight's military strike, a coordinated effort between the U.S., France, and the U.K.
Because we cannot allow the erosion of the international norm that prevents the use of these weapons. We have sought to use every possible diplomatic channel to achieve this.
Tonight, Trump blasted Syria's ally Russia for failing to hold Assad accountable.
No nation can succeed in the long run by promoting rogue states, brutal tyrants, and murderous dictators.
Secretary of Defense James Mattis spoke shortly after the attack, calling these strikes a one-time shot, saying there will be more military action if Assad uses chemical weapons again. Reporting live here in Washington, Kenneth Moten, ABC News. Back to you.
Now back here on the Suncoast, new details on a story we first told you about earlier this evening. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a suspected homicide at the Royal Gardens Estate Mobile Home Park on Cortez Road West in Bradenton. The sheriff's office says the female victim was discovered around 3 o'clock this afternoon by a co-worker after she didn't return from a lunch break. Earlier this evening, we spoke to a resident who says they didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
I didn't really know anything. I seen my neighbor walk by the window and I wondered what I didn't know if she was coming into the house or not, but then I saw the police cars.
Detectives have detained a person of interest. A woman wanted for murder in Minnesota is now suspected to have murdered a woman from Bradenton as well. An arrest warrant has been issued for Lois Rice in the shooting death of Pamela Hutchinson at a condo in Fort Myers. Authorities don't believe the women knew each other, but that Rice killed Hutchinson earlier this week to assume her identity. Rice is believed to be driving Hutchinson's car, a white Acura TL with Florida license plates. The car has been seen in Louisiana and Corpus Christi, Texas. Rice is considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is urged to contact authorities. New video is revealed in a case involving the use of excessive force by Sarasota police officers. Today, the case was in front of the city's independent police advisory panel. Chief Bernadette DePino showing this video of Chad Washington taken before police arrived the day of the incident in question. Washington is believed to be on the hallucinogenic drug Spice. His fiancée, Darnisha McMillan, says she called 911 for EMS, but police showed up at her front door. McMillan claims that officers used excessive force on Washington, punching him, throwing him to the ground, and tasing him several times. Chief DePino defending her officers, saying the internal investigation is complete and that the officers acted appropriately.
The officer, as soon as he makes entry, is immediately attacked. He's pushed down to the ground. He hits his head on the tile. He's punched multiple times in his head. At one point, feels like he's about to pass out, and feels like that. Luckily, there was another officer, Officer Maya Taylor, that was there to try to assist.
He was attempting to beat Chad while being tased, while being pinned under the police car, not posing a threat. He cannot move. There are 3 officers pinning Chad down.
The police advisory panel did not make a ruling today regarding the officer's behavior. The board plans to meet with the police department publicly to go over the internal investigation in detail before reaching a decision. Now, police need your help finding thieves in Bradenton who stole copper wire. Bradenton police say at least 6 light poles have had more than 1,000 feet of copper wire ripped out of them near 43rd Street West and Cortez Road Boulevard. That stolen wire is worth several $1,000s. The lights have since been fixed, but the suspects remain on the loose. Anyone with information about the case should call the Bradenton police. The show Military Makeover on the Lifetime Network has been in Bradenton all this week, giving deserving veterans a much-needed home makeover. ABC7's Stephanie Webb caught up with a special guest co-host, former Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell. His life was portrayed in the 2014 movie Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg. Luttrell says his mission this week was to help this specific veteran make his home feel like a real home again.
At the end of the day, it's when you let your guard down. All your armor's off. Fall asleep in there, and I mean, it's the people that you love and that love you. So I think the greatest thing that you can do to help out a veteran is put a roof over their head.
Now, the big reveal for the family took place this afternoon. The veteran Aaron Cornelius is sight impaired from an injury sustained in Iraq. So the designers made it possible for Aaron to feel the different textures in each room. Everything in the home is also voice activated, from the alarm to the lights. The host from the show tells us this was one of the most challenging makeovers they've ever done because of how run down the home had been.
We have to think outside of the box and do things that would satisfy him. Otherwise, he doesn't know what he's going into. But I can tell you this, new surfaces from smooth to textured to comfortable to rough, so he can really get a sense of where he is in that home. And then the best part about it is he can lay in his bed and say, Alexa, lock the front door.
Now, you can catch episodes of Military Makeover on the Lifetime Network. Sarasota's Pinecraft community now has its first hotel. The new addition on Bay Vista Street in Sarasota has now opened its doors. Dutchman Hospitality held its grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony earlier today for the Carlisle Inn. The 98-room hotel includes special features like oversized rooms, 10-foot ceilings, and handcrafted Amish furniture from Ohio. Construction started last year on the $15 million project, and the good news for those staying at the hotel, the rest of what the Suncoast has to offer isn't really far away.
We felt like it was an ideal location for this community because in the winter especially, Pinecraft has a lack of rooms to stay in, so we wanted to be in this community for that. But it is conveniently close to a lot of those things, Benderson Park and some of those other things, that the YMCA and the beaches aren't too far.
The hotel also features a pool, spa, gym, and a convention center for meetings and events. Now, staying on the subject, a busy intersection in Manatee County may soon be getting 4 new hotels. This week, the Manatee County Commission approved a new hotel on the corner of I-75 and State Road 70. That's next door to the Country Inn and Suites. Just a decade ago, there weren't any hotels at the intersection at all. And it was an absolutely beautiful day out there. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with the first alert forecast. Bob?
Thanks, Christopher. We've had a string of beautiful days here, 3 in a row with temperatures pretty comfortable. Dew point temperatures down a little bit, but that's going to change on Saturday as we'll see high temperatures warm into the upper 80s, and the higher dew points will make it feel even warmer. A low pressure area, blizzard if you will, bringing heavy snowfall into South Dakota, western portions of Nebraska, and northwest Kansas tonight. And then the attendant cold front is causing all sorts of headaches with severe weather and tornadoes right on in through much of the southern plain states. This is advancing to the southeast, and it's going to have a big impact on our weather on Sunday for the most part. Tornado watches are out along that frontal boundary, as you can see, from Texas all the way up into Missouri. There is a tornado warning right now just southwest of Piedmont and also north of Little Rock. Those are tornado warnings in effect, and we could see some severe weather here late on Sunday. We'll talk more about that later. Right now it's warm out there, 71 degrees, and we have mostly fair skies. The dew point temperature has risen. It's 66 now, and that is going to stay high too throughout the weekend, so we'll have higher humidity around. No shower activity expected for us on Saturday. Should be a nice day. We'll start off with generally sunny skies and stay that way throughout most of the afternoon. We'll have the complete details on the timing of this cold front and what it means as far as temperatures go for Monday and Tuesday coming up in just a few minutes. Christopher?
Thanks, Bob. The 26th annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival kicked off this evening. The event benefits the Special Olympics athletes of Sarasota County. Given that Venice has been called the Shark's Tooth capital of the world, the event is a chance to look at and purchase real shark's teeth. There's also local vendors for arts and live music.
We're hoping for great weather and a lot of visitors to come out and see all of the fossil exhibits, our arts and crafts vendors, and eat some great food and ice cold beverages.
The event runs through the weekend from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Venice Airport's Festival Ground. Now, happening here in Florida, voters may have a chance to ban Greyhound racing in November. Florida is one of 6 states that allows dog racing. The majority of that Greyhound racing facilities, they're here in Florida. There's one on the Suncoast by the Sarasota Airport. In fact, they're mandated if facilities want to offer more lucrative types of gambling, such as card rooms.
There's a state mandate, essentially, to race the dogs. Sometimes they're running around in a circle and no one's even watching. And we know the dogs are suffering.
Florida's Constitution Revision Commission is considering putting the Greyhound ban on the November ballot. Opponents of the plan, including Greyhound owners and breeders, say ending the races will lead to job losses. A gun rights advocate is saying students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School invited him to speak. The advocate, named Charlie Kirk, tweeted that he'd accepted an invitation from students to speak on the campus in Parkland, Florida, where 17 people were gunned down. Kirk founded Turning Point USA, a group that maintains a watch list of professors it accuses of promoting leftist propaganda. Today, a spokeswoman from Broward Schools announced that non-schools sponsored events, student-initiated guest speaker assemblies, and meetings are not permitted to take place on campus. Sarasota Memorial Hospital is creating a new training program for the next generation of emergency doctors. Florida State University's medical school will team up with SMH to bring in the first 9 emergency medicine residents to the hospital by the summer of 2019. The program will try to address regional shortage of doctors here on the Suncoast, especially in the emergency services specialty. Florida is currently ranked near the bottom nationwide in the number of medical residents in relation to local population. Now, straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the First Alert forecast. Plus, hackers can steal your information right from under your nose. We'll show you how to prevent this new type of cyber attack. The Sarasota Film Festival starts today. We'll have word from one of the big names making an appearance.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring,
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
When money's tight and emergencies arise, CashNetUSA.com is available 24/7 to deliver quick loans for approved customers when they need it the most.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
We are back now with our first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob, before the break, we were talking about severe weather coming up on
That's right,
Sunday.
and we've been talking about this all week. A first alert weather day. That means some very disruptive weather headed our way on Sunday, and mainly Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. That's the timing of the rough weather, and not as bad as we're seeing now over the lower Mississippi Valley tomorrow, too. We are going to see some strong storms, and the potential for severe weather is there. Not as great as it is to our north, as the front will have more energy up there, but I still think we'll see some thunderstorms, some of which could turn up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts at times, and also the possibility of some isolated tornadoes. We saw that with the last front, and that front kind of made its way down, produced a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings for parts of west central Florida, and dumped heavy rainfall amounts. I don't think we'll see the 4-inch rain totals, but we will see up to a 1/4 inch to inch in isolated areas, I do believe, with some of the heavier downpours that move in. Casey Key webcam, a beautiful night tonight. Some people claim they saw the International Space Station go by at 9:15, and the skies were clear for that. It looks like a beautiful shot sent in, too. And it's interesting to note that the 3 photos I'm going to show you here are from regular people who send in great photos. Fred Seeger, all the way down at Stump Pass, getting that nice shot. And then Cindy Desmond, who's also a regular, sending this one from Marina Jack. Look how calm that water is out there with just a few clouds around. And, of course, Norm Schimmel getting this one just as the sun was going just about below the horizon. Now, again, here's what's happening. Titan radar picture showing some showers off in the Bahamas. One thing to note with this is that that's the moisture coming back into play now. So there's plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. There will be, too, on Saturday and especially Sunday. And the timing of the storms now appears to be later in the afternoon and evening when the heat of the day will be around. On top of that, abundant moisture and just enough instability in the atmosphere to possibly create some strong cells. Now, that wind will be out of the east-southeast and then change more to the south tomorrow, and that will warm things up, especially inland areas. We'll see highs there in the upper 80s near the coast. Say 82, 83 degrees right along the beaches, and the mid-80s, say at Sarasota and Venice and the downtown areas. Currently, Sarasota now 71 degrees. That's warm. It's muggy. 66 on the dew point temperature. Winds are out of the east at 7. The pressure 30, 12. It's up there, but it will start to fall tomorrow as that high gets bumped out of here by that cold front. 85 the high today. That was above average, a normal high at 80 degrees. Here's a look at one forecast model showing severe weather blowing up across the panhandle and then moving through us sometime after, say, 3, 4 o'clock, and then continuing up until about 8 o'clock. Most of the storm should be winding down by 9 and then clearing and turning much colder in the evening hours and on Monday. Well, the Storm Prediction Center, which puts these graphics out, shows us now in a, again, marginal chance to slight chance for showers and severe weather here. We're looking at severe weather potential, and we're in the, again, slight chance, which is fairly high, and the tornado chance covers a wide area. Now, we're going to see some inland storms, too, before the actual front arrives, and those could be rather strong, and that'll happen earlier on Sunday afternoon. I think the main threat for us here along the coast will be later on in the afternoon, say 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and then continuing up into about 9. Big snow, big blizzard moving through the northern plain states, and then tornadoes, severe thunderstorms expected over the lower Mississippi Valley. And then most of the rain, as I said, should be over by midnight, the heavy weather by 9, and then colder air to move in on Monday and Tuesday. So we'll get a little relief from the heat after tomorrow's highs in the upper 80s. Sunday, a small craft advisory will more than likely be issued, but tomorrow not too bad out there. That'll be the best day for boating. On Saturday, Sunday, not the best, and a moderate chop in the bays and inland waters. Well, here's the 7-day. We'll take you through at 84 for a high on Saturday. Warm still on Sunday before the front arrives. We'll see showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. And then even in the early morning hours, doubtful. Most of the rain will be over by midnight, and then clearing and turning cooler for Monday and Tuesday. Enjoy that as we start to warm back up quickly to near seasonal averages by Wednesday. Christopher?
All right, thanks, Bob. We're going to keep an eye on that weather on Sunday. Applications for H-1B visas are down for the second consecutive year. The work authorizations are given to 85,000 foreign workers by the U.S. government. The visa holders are meant to fill jobs where qualified workers are in short supply, often in the tech industry. The 5-day application period opened on April 2nd, and just under 191,000 people applied. That's down from last year's 199,000, but still more than double the available slots. Wells Fargo could be forced to pay a $1 billion penalty for auto and mortgage abuses. The bank is accused of forcing customers to buy unnecessary car insurance and charging mortgage borrowers unfair fees. The bank warned it may have to revise its first quarter earnings results because of the fine. The bank regulators say they will. The bank says regulators have agreed to resolve their investigations into the bank if the fine is paid. A new scam alert from the Better Business Bureau called tab napping. It's a new way hackers are stealing information. According to the Better Business Bureau, they do it by hacking into tabs you have open and loading a fake web page. When you go to click that tab and log in, they gain access to your ID and password. Now, to protect yourself these types of scams, you should double check the website URL before you sign in and close tabs when you finish using them. Make it a habit to close each tab when you finish with the website. If you've fallen victim to a similar scam, you can file a report. For information on how to do this, you can look for this story on our website, mysuncoast.com. Sports is next, but first, here's a look at what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
It's an instant Kimmel classic.
America has a right to know this.
And we've got tough guy John Cena.
Do you really want to smell what John Cena's putting out?
Plus Congressman Joe Kennedy III.
When are you going to run for president?
Kimmel tonight on ABC.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The La Musica International Chamber Music Festival, the annual celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota, with renowned musicians from around the world. April 9th through April 18th at the Sarasota Opera House. Visit lamusicafestival.org, click on Festival, open tickets, and get your seats now.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Set your course for a waterfront lifestyle on Florida's last private island. Discover one particular harbor by Margaritaville. Nearby sugar sand beaches are as easy to find as the warm Florida sunshine. Waterfront residences from the high 400s overlook beautiful Anna Maria Sound. And a new marina with direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. Plus, incredible savings on move-in-ready homes. Come tour designer models today. Visit ophmintousa.com now.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years. At the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
My credit score was not that great. I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking an account executive to join our winning sales team. This is an outside sales position covering the Tampa DMA. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Rays are playing their home opener tonight in St. Petersburg, hosting the Phillies. They got off to a good start, leading 1-0. Then Santana hits out of the left field, and the ball bounces over Kevin Kiermaier. And take another look. The ball takes a weird hop over Kiermaier's head. Philadelphia Phillies take the win in the end, 2-1. Florida State quarterback DeAndre Francois has been cited for possession of marijuana. According to a Tallahassee police report, officers searched Francois' apartment on Thursday and found 17 grams of marijuana as well as other drug paraphernalia. Francois was not arrested and has been given a diversion program. Francois, who will be a junior, is still rehabbing from a knee injury he suffered during last season's opener against Alabama. He started 13 games for the Seminoles in 2016 and threw for the 5th most yards in school history. That's a quick look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The Mark, Sarasota. Landmark living in the center of it all. A private oasis in the sky. Luxurious private amenities. Promenade shopping and dining. The best of downtown downstairs. Now under construction and priced from the mid-700s. This is life right where you want it. Call or visit our Discovery Sales Gallery today. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by the Culture Group.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Now, one of the coolest film festivals in the world, as Movie Maker magazine calls it, will soon get underway. The Sarasota Film Festival is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, showing more than 200 films. One notable actor making an appearance, Eric Stoltz, known for his work in The Mask and Pulp Fiction.
government, and I think it is accidentally timely.
The festival continues throughout the week and through next weekend. The majority of those screenings will be in the newly renovated theaters of the Regal Hollywood 11 Cinema on Main Street. I remember when it was Hollywood 20.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That long ago.
Yeah, things got smaller but bigger, probably bigger studios there. We are looking at some big storms on Sunday, so it might be a good time to check out some of those movies. The beaches won't be the best places to be, I think, by Sunday afternoon and evening. It looks like it's going to hold off, though. In the morning on Sunday should be okay, and then inland storms in the early afternoon, and then coastal storms, I think, say after 5, 6 o'clock, and some of those could be rather severe, and that is a fairly high percentage as far as that goes for us here. We don't normally see that high of a percentage. It looks like an isolated chance for a few tornadoes.
We'll keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend, everyone. Good night.